Oh, it's not Sash, or yeah, it's not Sash Sneasler. So we actually just knock it out there. That's incredible. And I gave Water Absorb to the Bronzong. I'm not gonna lie, I don't blame my opponent for forgetting that because I forgot it too. I did not realize that Bronzong was gonna survive a Scald after that. If you're watching me today, you've probably already seen Wolfe Glick's Sheer Cold team. It has made a lot of waves, and for good reason. It's a very unusual team with a very fun but difficult, extremely niche strategy at its core. And yeah, I've decided as we head into winter now, I'm going to try it out, try to unleash the Sheer Cold myself. So, quick rundown if you don't know how the team works. Golurk has no guard, Bronzong has skill swap, get the no guard onto Bronzong, skill swap it onto Lapras. Lapras will never miss its Sheer Cold. Very difficult to pull off, but that's how it works. There's also a Perish Trap mode with the Lapras and the Gothitelle, and then Clefable and Incineroar are here to cover for certain specific matchups that otherwise are difficult for the team. I feel like I don't need to ramble about it at length. Wolfe Glick has the long video where he explains it in detail. His paste says in the notes that the team is very difficult to use, but yeah, I'm going to give it a go and see if I can get a win with it. By the way, my showdown background here feels seasonally appropriate, but also is the thumbnail of this year's Christmas video, so a little bit of foreshadowing there. Definitely check that one out when it drops on Christmas Day. Anyway, got a rain team here. I feel like I just blue screened because, yeah, I mean, this team is unlike anything I've ever used before, obviously. So it's not like I know how to play it. Well, okay. We'll just try to do our thing. They kind of just counter Golurk with, like, most of their Pokemon, don't they? I might have to Terrasilize it to pull this off, which would be unfortunate. Although I guess there's not a huge pressing need to Terrasilize Lapras here, probably. I'm just going to try it anyway. You never know unless you try, right? I have a feeling I know how this first game is going to turn out, but we'll see what we can do here. Actually, maybe I need like a Clefable game plan. I don't know what I'm talking about. What Pokemon should I bring in the back? Any knowers? I'll bring Gothitelle so I can click Heal Pulse into Lapras if I actually manage to get this set up, and if I don't manage to get it set up, I'll lose. And that's why Wolfe has emphasized over and over that this is a really hard team to use. Not much I could do about the fake out into Bronzong, so I'll just protect both of my Pokemon here. They're a Ghost Basculegion, that's unusual, I think. Just going straight for the Terra Blast into Golurk, wow. Okay, Bronzong has the Mental Herb, so we can get around the taunt once. Which is not enough times. I actually might... What do I do here? How does this team win games? Wish me luck. Okay, I needed to Terrasilize Golurk there, I guess. I did think of it, but hey, good to test that, right? Okay, let's just see if I can be lucky for the rest of the way here. Maybe I'll land my Sheer Colds anyway. Oh, Taunt is not going to help you. We do land the first one. Let's go. And we get Trick Room up. It's still winnable. Okay. Nope, Rillaboom. It's more threatening right now. Okay, we miss Hypnosis, and we miss Sheer Cold. And that Bullet Seed is going to knock Lapras out, because they're gonna have loaded dice if they're running that. Yep. Alright, so not a great start, but pretty much within expectations for this team. I think I can win a game with it. It just might take a while. That's okay. I'm not in a rush. But yeah, we don't need to dwell on that one. There's definitely no easy way to play that matchup with this team, though. Here we have some Pokemon. Might at least be able to get set up here. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that one. So Clefable is here largely for Kingambit. I know that because it walls a lot of Kingambit sets with Unaware and Fairy typing and Follow Me. I also can make the skill swap play with Kingambit with Clefable. So I think that for this one we're gonna leave Clefable, Golurk, bring Lapras again, and I still don't hate Bronzong here. Gothitelle might be more correct. But I'm going to bring Bronzong. I might need some Trick Room or some Hypnosis luck if I'm actually going to win a game. Yeah, and... Oh, hold on. No, it should be okay. Well, there's a chance that it'll be okay. It's possible. Let's see if I can Dynamic Punch this Kingambit. Oh, they have Iron Head. That's not good. A lot of them don't, but this one does. Oh, but I do land the Dynamic Punch, though, so Kingambit's gone. There's Clefairy. They can click Follow Me and prevent me from giving the No Guard to Lapras. I honestly think maybe I should click Curse into Clefairy and try to sack Golurk if they don't knock it out with Ursaluna first. Although they probably will knock it out with Ursaluna first. Alternatively, I could switch to Bronzong. But I'm not really sure what that does for me. I'm going to click Curse into Clefairy. I don't know if it's correct, but it feels like a cool play. But yeah, there's the Hyper Voice. Saw that coming. And there's not really a way for me to overcome that, is there? If I brought Gothitelle or Incineroar, this might be playable. If only just barely. Well, I don't think they're gonna let me do this, but I don't really have another idea right now. No, this is gonna knock out Clefable. Oh, Clefable's faster. But Lapras tries to Blood Moon. Okay. All that setup for nothing. Well, so it goes sometimes. It'll at least take them some time to knock out Bronzong. For all the good that does me. Oh, never mind, I guess it not. That Blood Moon is too strong. Nice try, they say in chat. Yeah, I certainly tried. The good news is, at least, the games that are going badly are doing that quickly. So, in actual minutes, it might not take terribly long to get a win, finally. We got a Kleavor here. Kleavor is an interesting Pokemon. I've been looking at it lately, but I found it hard to find a team where it's very convincing. But it feels like it could be good if someone just finds the right... This will go up, I don't know, a few weeks. Like 2 or 3 weeks after I record it, so maybe someone will have solved Kleavor in Toronto or something. It feels like it could be done. But I don't think I'm the one who's going to do it. Anyway. Let's do the thing. Yeah, I think either of my fake out users would have given me at least a small chance in that last game, but I left both of them behind. Bring Incineroar this time. Okay, alright. I was kind of expecting a Lilligant Torkoal lead instead of Lilligant and Kleavor. They hopefully will not just knock out Bronzong or put it to sleep immediately, but it feels like they can do that if they want. Let's go for the Reflect this time. I haven't been clicking that yet. And try to get the skill swap. Terra Dark Cleavor is... Yep, it's gonna be a problem, alright. Okay. I cannot believe that Wolfe won multiple tournament sets with this team. This is unreal. Although maybe I should have reviewed how he did it exactly. I feel like he was playing those matchups a bit more carefully than I know how to do. Axe Kick. I often forget that's a move, but did a lot of damage there. Incineroar is not going to do a whole lot more this game. Yep, and I mean, Lapras will probably just drop to a Helping Hand boosted Stone Axe or something, but let's see. Actually, has the Cleavor been clicking Night Slash this whole game? It's probably choice then. But now they can bring it back in. We do get a Sheer Cold KO, so that's nice. And I'll get a chance to... Actually, Stone Axe could miss, so let's target DD here. We do KO a DD, but they don't have to Stone Axe. I realized after I said that. Lapras was well within Night Slash range at that point. Oh, it's the Drifblim Toxtricity team. That's fun. And it also does big bursts of damage with speed control, so that's hard to deal with when I'm using, you know, this. But let's do what we can. Maybe Gothitelle instead of Incineroar this time, but I don't know. I'm just gonna stick with Incineroar. Try to patch up what weaknesses I can. Okay, Indeedee and Toxtricity. Okay. Well. Protect and Trick Room. Turn 1, I think. That'll at least get the speed control on my side. If Bronzong gets the Trick Room off. It shouldn't take much from Expanding Force, it doesn't. Volt Switch is not going to KO either. Okay. So far, so good. I guess. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, it's fine. We Terrasilize Bronzong here. And I'll throw a Dynamic Punch at the Hydreigon, because why not? Actually, which of my... Bronzong's slower, so this is a 50% accurate Dynamic Punch, but it does connect. They don't even knock out Golurk. Ah, they do reverse my Trick Room. That's very awkward for me. But Hydreigon's confused. There might be kind of a saving grace in that. Okay, I thought about going for Trick Room again that turn. Obviously now I'm glad I didn't, because they would have just shut that down. Instead, I do finally get the Lapras set up for, I believe, the first time all video. And I can protect Lapras, kill a turn of Psychic Terrain. Right. I can switch to Incineroar. I can threaten Fake Out into Hydreigon because it has Levitate. Incineroar takes nothing from Expanding Force. I can Fake Out Hydreigon now and Sheer Cold and DD. And if they let me have this, then they can't get Psychic Terrain back up. Or, oh, Terra Ghost Hydreigon. Okay. Well, it was a good plan up to that point. In Open Team Sheet, I would have known. Lapras does survive the turn at least. We do finally get... I was going to say a KO, but no, it's Sash and Didi. Yeah, their closed team sheet is really messing me up here. Let's see if I can pick up the Hydreigon here. But this has been the closest so far, independent of how this game turns out in the end. We will knock out Hydreigon. Indeedee is still a threat, but of course it's much less dangerous without its terrain up. Oh, but I probably just lose to Toxtricity now. Yeah, I think I just lose to Toxtricity. Okay. Yeah. Well, we got one. No, we didn't get a KO with Sheer Cold. It was the Sash and Didi that we targeted. I keep saying that, but it's not true. Golurk actually kind of matches up pretty well into Toxtricity, though. And I have the No Guard back, so this Dynamic Punch will definitely connect. Just try to do what damage I can to Toxtricity. But yeah, of course, Golurk is immune to both Overdrive and Boom Burst. And if they have Sludge Wave, it resists that. Get the Confusion onto Komodo. Try to take out the Toxtricity here. Sack Incineroar. Oh, I went for Body Press. That could be Komodo's only attack, and if so, it doesn't have a way to hit Golurk. The problem is this Indeedee, but I don't have an attack on Bronzong. Okay, I need to land this Hypnosis. No, that's not the only way. I can set Trick Room. The problem is they can click Imprison. They've shown the Imprison before. Okay, I need to land this Hypnosis. Ah, they didn't click Imprison. So the Trick Room was safer. But I do land the Hypnosis. And now I can remove the Indeedee with Dynamic Punch, and if Komodo doesn't... It has Flamethrower. It showed Flamethrower first. It was just trying to ensure the KO on Incineroar. Okay, I lose. Unless... It's still confused. I can click Hypnosis into it, or I can click Trick Room now. That's a little bit safer. It does hit itself in confusion. Get rid of Indeedee. Folks, there's still a chance. This is so hard. Okay. We land a Hypnosis. Let's go. Dynamic Punch crit. Yeah, I just have to hope that, you know. I just have to hope. Oh no, it woke up immediately. Okay, but Trick Room's still up. I can still land another Hypnosis. It's possible. This game is winnable, but it comes down to luck. Okay, we miss. It's still confused. No, it isn't. The knockout Golurk. That was so close! That was... What are they... Did they not know the team? I'm not going to just stall this out forever with Hypnosis. There's no point now. That was such a close game. Almost had that one. But... Now we get another. Okay, back to this core. In fact, this looks like the team that won Stuttgart, which at time of recording is the most recent regional. I've recorded with this team already. I should know it. Does Amogus just kind of ruin my whole day? Maybe. Because Bronzong needs multiple turns to make its thing happen. We'll try. Bring Incineroar. Gholdengo. Okay. Dragonite Incineroar lead. Again, the fake out is a giant threat. I'll go for Reflect though. And protect Bronzong. And hopefully that slows down their offense enough. We'll see. Okay, there's the Gholdengo. That's not really what I want to see right now. What I can do here is Dynamic Punch and Trick Room. Maybe I should Terra Dark. I think so. And I'm trying to remove the Incineroar as a threat so that I can actually complete the combo. Because again, the Mental Herb will protect Bronzong from one taunt. But it needs to click multiple non-damaging moves in a row to get me set up. And if they taunt again, then I'm taunted. We will get the Dynamic Punch into Incineroar here. Doesn't do very much damage, but hey. Does Curse work on Gholdengo? Does Ghost-type Curse work on Gholdengo? I don't know the answer to that. So you know what? This is a silly experimental video. We're going to try it. Get a skill swap off first. Okay, it doesn't work. Well, that's good to know. I don't know when that knowledge will ever be useful again, but I certainly do know it now. You know, it will work on Gholdengo? Yep. The Stuttgart winning Dragonite doesn't have extreme speed. It also doesn't have inner focus, so I can hard swap to Incineroar here if I want. I think that's a pretty reasonable idea. Get a lot of physical damage mitigation with the Reflect up, Sheer Cold the Gholdengo slot. Dragonite shouldn't do too much damage here. There's the Sneasler. They switch the Gholdengo out, makes sense. We land perfectly accurate Sheer Cold onto that Incineroar. There's the Gholdengo again. It's not set up this time. I can fake out the Sneasler and Sheer Cold Gholdengo. Don't believe this Sneasler will have its own fake out. I could have... Okay, never mind. They protected both. Okay. I kind of want to Terra Ghost Lapras around the Sneasler, but can't do that because I've already Terrestrialized, so never mind. Also, I still have Reflect up. So hopefully that'll help. They actually close combat into Incineroar, and the Reflect does ensure that it survives. We knocked Sneasler down to its Sash. Be nice if I had a good tool to remove it from there. Unfortunately, I just traded my Fake Out user for that. Here's the Gholdengo. I think I just try to knock out the Sneasler here, expecting Gholdengo to protect, and I go for Trick Room. I don't think they'll let me have the Trick Room. If they do, that makes it the end game a little bit smoother. Oh, interesting. They're just going to knock me out with Make It Rain here? Yeah. Alright, again, we're getting closer, but we're still not quite there. They did well there preserving their Gholdengo. But I am starting to feel some hope. Well, I've always had hope. I think I'll win eventually, but... Yeah, the last couple games have felt much closer to what I need. This one has a King Gambit, so we probably bring Clefable to this game. This is gonna be a this is gonna be a nightmare team to try to break with the Lapras though. But that's what we're doing here. Yeah. Okay. Don't hate Gothitelle here. I do think Gothitelle is a better bring than Bronzong into this kind of team. Of course, they have the Follow Me available with the Electabuzz, so I kind of just can't safely get set up here, to be honest. I think the best thing I can do here is just try to get rid of this Electabuzz, right? The problem is Primarina attacking Golurk. Golurk is going to melt pretty quickly to Primarina's attacks, whether or not I Terrastalize. I think it might be worth it to click the Terra Fighting and Dynamic Punch Electabuzz this turn. I'm also thinking about switching Golurk out, but I don't have time to think that all the way through. Or water. Oh boy. This is going to do some damage. Yeah, the Taunt Electabuzz too means even if I remove it this turn, Clefable can't start clicking Skill Swap or anything. So this matchup, these kinds of teams were not as developed when Wolfe did this, and this matchup just might just not work. At least for a player at my level. I'm no Wolfe Glick. I'll get Lapras in here. I have the Water Absorb, so it won't take anything from Hyper Voice. Lucky me that they missed Electro Web there. And I think, yeah, okay, there goes my skill swap for the game, so I can try to win with Perish Song. Honestly, doesn't work terribly well when I'm down a Pokemon, but what else am I going to do at this point? I also don't know how to play Perish Trap, but we're not going to worry about that right now. We're beyond such things. I haven't been clicking Substitute with Lapras, and it feels like there probably have been some openings where I was supposed to. Let's try it here. Ooh, the Electabuzz hitting itself is great that turn. Also, this was a really bad time to substitute. What am I doing? Because I'm gonna have to switch Lapras out. Unfortunately, I can only switch one Pokemon, but I think Lapras is more important than Gothitelle at this point. So that was actually a terrible substitute. I shouldn't have done that just because I could. Anyway, we'll trade Gothitelle for both of these Pokemon. They'll probably knock out Golurk too. And then I just have to land 2 Sheer Colds without Lapras fainting, I guess. But such is the game that I've played myself into. That was a really silly way to play this, because I had the KO available into Electabuzz much more easily than that. I just traded 2 Pokemon where I didn't need to. And these will both just annihilate Lapras. But, hey, we'll try. But yeah, I do think this is an extremely tough matchup for this team, but that was not the right way to play it. For sure. Yeah. Alright. Well, that just means we go again. Manual Sun, looks like. With just a bunch of offensive threats. Does my whole team just kind of fold to Typhlosion? Not necessarily, because Incineroar doesn't. It might be worth it to like lead Incineroar and try to set up the Lapras later. Or even try to win with Perish Song after getting a couple of KOs. That might be the way to do this one. I'm down to lead Incineroar. The Terra Dark Bronzong is also not too badly positioned if I can set Trick Room up. Turn 1. We'll try this. Okay, don't even have to Terrastalize Bronzong right now, so that's nice. go right for the Trick Room. They have Throat Chop. A lot of Sneasler. Oh, okay. They have Imprison is the bigger problem. Alright. So that didn't quite work out the way I hoped. It's okay if I can put the Sneasler to sleep here, I think. Bronzong should take this. Okay, we miss. There's some Melodic. Man. It's really risky, but I'm going to Terrasilize Bronzong and go for Trick Room. It is not a safe play, and there's a ton of opportunity cost, but I feel like I have to be making moves like that if I'm going to win this one. But then we take the Throat Chop. Melodic attack Skull Lurk. Okay, that was what I wanted to see. I could have Dynamic Punched the Sneasler there, but I didn't know it was going to Terrasilize. I can Dynamic Punch it now. I'm going to try the skill swap. I don't think they're going to let me complete the setup, but even if I can get perfectly accurate Hypnosis next turn. Oh, actually, I'll get Lapras in here with Trick Room up, so I can just skill swap it freely. The problem is the Sneasler probably has a Focus Sash that I failed to break there, but the Melodic is not really an offensive threat to Lapras, so... Alternatively, I can substitute and Hypnosis into Sneasler, but Bronzong is going to drop to the next hit that it takes, so... That runs the risk that I never finish the setup. Sneasler is intimidated. I think I just go for it here. And hope that Lapras can take a hit. And maybe they'll forget about Water Absorb too. Oh, it's not Sash. Yeah, it's not Sash Sneasler, so we actually just knock it out there. That's incredible. And I gave Water Absorb to the Bronzong. I'm not going to lie, I don't blame my opponent for forgetting that, because I forgot it too. I did not realize that Bronzong was going to survive a Scald after that. Oh, this team, man. That is something else. Okay, I think Dragonite is the higher priority to Sheer Cold here, and I will try to Hypnosis Melodic, because why not? Okay, it protects, fair enough. But we do get Melodic to sleep, so the opponent accomplishes nothing this turn. I have one more turn of Trick Room to try again to Sheer Cold this turn. Actually, I can get my substitute here. Or are they just going to break it? Let's just get this Dragonite out of here. And they forfeit. We did it. We didn't get to actually land the Sheer Colds except into the Sneasler, which I'll take. I'll take that, but I got a win with the Wolfe Glick Sheer Cold team. Oh man, not an easy team to use at all. It is incredible that he did as well as he did in a tournament with this team. You know what they say, that's the world champ difference. That's why, you know, that's the guy who got me into this game, and I'm watching him on YouTube while I compete and make content myself to this day. But, so huge shout out to him for building this team. But you know what? I lost a lot of games this video, but I had a lot of fun. And we got there in the end. I feel like this team worked out a really interesting part of my brain that doesn't always get that kind of exercise when I fall into familiar patterns in VGC. And this team's having a moment right now at time of recording that might have passed by the time the video goes up. But if you haven't tried it out, you're gonna lose a lot probably. But by all means, it's a real blast to use. Feel free to check it out and don't worry about the losses or any haters that might come along with that. Anyway, like I said, got a little bit of holiday content coming out. Got some foreshadowing for the Christmas video right here, but there are some other things along the way as well. So please do stay tuned to the channel, like and subscribe and all that. And yeah, see what I have cooked up for the next little bit.